This is very interesting. So let's go through this really quick because I know I'm going to hurt some feelings, and I don't want to hurt some feelings. But Jesse PS from Podawful, who is incredibly talented. I think Jesse does a very funny show. Jesse has kind of like beaten Mersh to death over the years. I mean, he has been there hammering Mersh into the ground. And now Mersh has kind of been relegated to this like king of the retards thing where like he goes on shows with like that Mr. Kill Everything who they just get him drunk and he yells. He's like Hank the drunken angry dwarf. He goes on with that mental patient like J-Mo. Like he goes on with all these mentally ill people to get a couple dozen views. And like he's now that guy who's been kicked out of every group he's been in high school. So now he goes and hangs out with the biggest dorks and rejects possible because they think he's a cool guy.
Okay.
Well, Jesse PS has decided that cannot stand. And I guess he's kept some Mersh powder dry because last night on his show, and you guys can go look this up on your own. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I think it's creepy as fuck, and people should know that like some of these people are not what they purport to be. And a lot of people profess like sometimes the thing they're going after is the thing they might themselves be. You got, especially on the internet, watch these people. Jesse PS found a Tumblr account from 2013 that belonged to Mersh that features, as Jesse puts it, suspiciously young looking girls. But it is way worse the deeper you look. Now, I'm just putting this up here so you can see that at Podawful, you can go see this for yourself on Twitter. I'm not going to show these pictures because it's fucking creepy. And I don't even like that, this exists. But we'll read the text from Jesse PS. He put some of the photos up there and says most of the reposts from accounts like Teen Bad Girls and Girls and Pizza. Now, that's pizza has often been used as a code for a lot of really bad underage things, have been removed for content policy violations, meaning that when these adult sites all got caught basically engaging in underage content and they removed all of it, these pictures that Mersh had were part of that. In the 2010s, hardcore was allowed on Tumblr. So unless these pages are posting cartel videos, what is the one thing they could have posted to result in a violation? It would be underage. But that's not all. Most of these accounts that the Mersh account followed made posts using the hashtag selfers or self shots, which are hashtags that were used by paranormals. That means it's a word he's using for pedos, to distribute materials under the radar and part of the reason that Tumblr banned adult content. So a lot of these photos have been removed for violating Tumblr's user guidelines. Jesse then writes, you may be asking, this all looks bad, but how do we know this is Mersh himself? Well, firstly, Mersh isn't smart enough to use an alias. And second, if you check the Tumblr data breach from 2013, the same year this account was most active, you'll find the email of none other than Mr. Check Bio himself, mershcomedy@gmail.com. This can be confirmed on Have I Been Pwned. So there it is. The Tumblr account was his. And that tweet from Jesse has all the links. I've got, and your hand is over your mouth, and for good reason. I mean, this is some fucking creepy shit. And, as someone with 3 kids, this kind of shit, no thank you. I mean, if you're associated with this guy, you've already kind of shown by who you've thrown your lot in with that you're okay with this kind of stuff. So I'm telling you right now, don't back out now. Because you've already shown that you have no problem with this kind of shit. I don't want to see you taking the moral high road now. You roll with this guy. But just know that there's something fucked up with you when you've picked one guy who turns out to have, pedophilic content. And now you've got a second guy who's had some borderline shit that he's not only enjoys, but saves. For God's sake. So, yeah, it's pretty fucked up. And thank you, Jesse PS, for finding that so you can let people know. But I've got news for you. In the crowd he runs with now, this will not hurt him because these people are beneath the bottom of the barrel. They knocked out the false bottom and went lower than that. So you can hate me. You can say what a terrible guy I am. You can cope however you want to cope. This is fucked up. And if you support this kind of thing, I'm judging.
I can't believe how bad it's gotten. Like I knew the internet had horrible shit, but like I thought like I got turned away from the idea of porn pretty much as a premise after like you couldn't. It kept going like fucking stepsister, stepmom, stepdad. Like step became a thing, and I'm like, all right, you know what? We're just done. You people are getting sick. I'm out. Like,
I mean, it's really telling,
and it was that bad back then too.
Yeah, they call it a phenotype, right? There's a phenotype, and Mersh looks like Patrick, and obviously Patrick has had his problems with not being able to control himself with sexual stuff with children. Mersh, fat, hopeless, basement-dwelling, neckbeard bum, and they just seem to be into this shit. I don't know what it is. Also, it makes a lot of sense how hard in the paint he went on Cumia. Remember, Cumia, underage. Oh, Cumia likes these underage girls. Cumia. And then last year, he was, Melton's a danger. He's one of the biggest dangers on the internet to children. That's what Mersh said in 2024 before his car got repossessed and Melton needed to buy him off with his Super Tips program so that Mersh could eat. So he kowtowed and bowed down to a guy he said was one of the biggest dangers to children on the internet so he could keep his vehicle. I mean, you talk about a Faustian bargain. And it turns out the reason that he has no problem doing that is because he's not so far from it. It just, the way it always lines up is really, really troubling.
I don't know if this would be a good thing or bad. Did any of these people have kids?
No, thank Christ.
Would that
thank
change
God.
things for them? If they like actually had children, would they understand that that's fucked up, or would that not fix the problem? That's what I don't know, because I was never on that side of the fence, so I don't have to worry about that. I know one thing, like this, like it's weird. I used to mock people, and I used to laugh at people who are like, oh, I can't watch the scene from Train Spotting because of the baby, and I think about like real kids. It's like, yeah, but it's not real. It's a movie. Fucking chill. And then other people like, oh, I can't see this movie. I can't watch. Was it someone told me they couldn't watch the movie with Clive Owen, Shoot 'Em Up, because the baby. And I'm like, yeah, it's a digital baby. It's not a real baby. It's a fake movie. It's a thing. But they're like, oh, I couldn't do it. And it's one of those things where I don't have it that bad, but I understand it more and more. Yeah. Like the older my daughter gets, the more time I spend with my daughter, the more I just have trouble with stuff with like hurting kids or doing.
I get it. I understand.
It's not like I just, again, I can only go through the lens of my experience. So I like, a part of me is like, well, maybe if they had kids, they'd understand. And it's just,
I'm just glad they don't. And look, I think he's in the perfect place. He doesn't need to fall any further. The group he has now is where he should be. I mean, it's the bottom of the barrel. Thank God I can breathe a little cleaner air than that. Honky with $1 says, so Mersh's comment when he hopes that Cumia grapes Chrissy Mayer's newborn doesn't seem so out of place. Invest in wood chipper stocks. Yeah, I mean,
these are why I don't look into people.
Yeah.
I do my show on the internet and then I go.
It's just a fucked up guy, man.
For what it is.
Now the anger and all the hostility and all of the mental issues he has, it kind of comes into focus a little bit. So thank you, Jesse PS, for doing the homework.